now please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and the invocation by Fred.
Please bow your heads. Heavenly Father, we come to you today asking for your guidance, wisdom, and support as we begin this meeting. Help us engage in meaningful discussion. Allow us to grow closer as a group and nurture the bonds of our community. Amen.
We'll go ahead and start with line item 2, which is the Director's Administrative Report. Line A, Crossing and Revenues Report for June and July 2022.
Good afternoon, Chairman, board members, city officials. For the record, Fred Brown, Director of Operations for the Pharr Bridge. I'd like to present the crossings and revenues for the month of June, fiscal year 2021-2022. Page number 3, we have the southbound car crossings for the month of June. These are cars that are traveling from U.S. to Mexico. For the month of June, we crossed a total of 41,029 cars, which represents an increase of 9,020 cars, or an increase of 28.18%. Again, Chairman, this is the second month, actually third month in the fiscal year that we have seen a growth on cars. Also, I'd like to present the car crossings from other ports of entry for the month of June. We have Brownsville, an increase of 62,737. Eagle Pass, 67,565. Laredo Bridge, 97,304. A combination of both Hidalgo and Salduas, an increase of 102,695. Progreso Bridge, an increase of 383. Donna Bridge, an increase of 15,552. And the Pharr Bridge, we had an increase of 9,020 cars. Page number 3, for the month of June, we have the southbound truck crossings. Total crossing for the month of June, we crossed a total of 60,546, which represents a decrease of 278 trucks, or a decrease of 0.46%. So I'd like to present the southbound crossing from other ports of entry. We have Veteran Los Tomates, a loss of 1,694. Free Trade Los Indios, a loss of 75 crossings. Combination of both bridges, a decrease of 1,769, a decrease of 8%. Eagle Pass, they had an increase of 609. Laredo Bridge, they had an increase of 22,728. The Pharr Bridge, again, we have a loss of 278. Progreso Bridge, a loss of 101. Ansel Duas Bridge, they had an increase of 112 trucks, an increase of 5%. Now I'd like to go to the month of July. On page number 3, we have southbound car crossings. These are cars, again, that are traveling from the U.S. to Mexico through the Pharr Bridge. For the month of July, we crossed a total of 41,088 cars, which represents an increase of 14,625 cars, or an increase of 55.27%. And also, I'd like to share the other crossings from other ports of entry for the month of July. We have Gateway, Veterans, Free Trade, a combination of all three bridges, an increase of 78,924, an increase of 38%. Eagle Pass, an increase of 57,066 cars, 31%. Laredo, an increase of 106,131, 39% increase. McAllen Hidalgo, an increase of 26,929, 48% increase. Ansel Duas, 42,425, an increase of 73%. A combination of both bridges, an increase of 69,354, or an increase of 61%. Progreso Bridge, they had an increase of 1,584, an increase of 3.85%. Donna Bridge, they had an increase of 16,103, an increase of 47.11%. And the Pharr Bridge, again, an increase of 14,625, an increase of 55.27% increase for the month of July. Again, with this month, we total increase, we have a total of 3 months. And every month gets a little bit better. Page number 4, for the month of July, we crossed southbound truck crossings for the month of July. We crossed a total of 59,749, which represents a decrease of 738 trucks, or a decrease of 1.22% for the month of July. Also, I'd like to present the other crossings from other ports of entry. We have Pedro en los Tomates at Brownsville, a decrease of 2,784. Free Trade Los Indios, a decrease of 325. A combination of both bridges, a decrease of 3,109, which represents a decrease of 14%. Eagle Pass, they had an increase of 431 trucks, 3% increase. Laredo Bridge, an increase of 12,795, an increase of 6%. Pharr Bridge, we had a decrease of 738, a decrease of 1%. Progreso Bridge, they had an increase of 569, an increase of 14%. And the Ansalduas Bridge, we had a decrease of 1,025 trucks, which represents a decrease of 28%. Page number 5, the month of July, these are northbound truck crossings that are coming from Mexico to the U.S. For the month of July, we crossed a total of 55,597, which represents an increase of 1,393, or an increase of 2.57%. In the same month, the truck crossing, the agriculture trucks at the Pharr International Bridge total 16,591, which represents an increase of 30%, represents a 30% of all the imports that are coming from Mexico to the U.S. On the agriculture side as well, the Pharr International Bridge show a decrease of 140 trucks, or 0.84% for the month of July compared to last month, same year. A combination of both crossing, southbound and northbound for the month of July, we crossed a total of 115,346 crossings, which represents an increase of 655 crossings, or an increase of 0.57%. Again, this is northbound and southbound. Revenue collected, we collected a total of $1,420,750, which represents an increase of 3,387, or an increase of 0.24% for revenues for the month of July. On page number 8, we have the crossings by axles. Total crossings on cars, we crossed a total of 41,088 cars. On the 2 axles, we crossed 2,945. 3 axles, 4,447. 4 axles, 1,309. 5 axles, we crossed a total of 48,986. 6 axle, 1,953. We crossed 1 mobile home. Wide load 75, special crossings 33, which adds to a total of 100,837 crossings. I'm sorry. Chairman, board members, this concludes my report for the month of July and June as well.
Thank you, Fred. Do we have any questions?
Fred, there's been no change in the hours for cars, correct?
Northbound, for the cars that are coming from Mexico to the U.S., we have the same hours operations. Monday through Friday, we open at 6 in the morning and we close at 8 in the morning. And then in the afternoon, we open again at 4 p.m. and we close at 6 p.m. 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the afternoon. On the weekends, for northbound, the cars that are coming from Mexico to the U.S., we open at 6 in the morning and close through 8 in the morning, 2 hours in the morning. And then we open again 4 p.m. to 12 midnight. This is northbound. For southbound, we open at 6 in the morning and we close 11:55 at night. Truck crossing southbound, we open at 7 in the morning and we close at 11 p.m. For northbound, CBP opens at 7 in the morning and they close at 10 p.m. Same hours operation, yes, sir.
Thank you. Any other questions? No. Thank you, Fred.
Yes, sir.
We'll go to line item B, which is a finance report for June and July 2022.
Yes, sir. I have Carla Saavedra in the audience. Ms. Carla, if you'd like to give the report.
Thank you, Fred. Good afternoon, Carla Saavedra for the record. This is only for the month of June. July, it's not ready yet. We're still reconciling. We're still in the middle of the month, so by next meeting in August, I'll make sure to present it, July and August also. Nothing different from operations compared to previous months. Everything has been steady. Revenues have been going up. As Mr. Browen mentioned, expenses also have been, within budget. Nothing material, nothing major, nothing out of the ordinary. We're in budget season right now. We're still closing the budget numbers for fiscal year 22-23. Other than that, if you have any questions, just let me know.
Carmen,
Yes, sir.
One question, Carmen. Do you have like a debt schedule or no?
Not in this report, but yes, I do have it. I have one, like a debt schedule for the bridge, you mean?
Yeah, because
Yes.
I'm assuming that was a lot of more costs were with the construction and everything, and a lot
Yes.
more were. I mean, and then I'm sure that some bonds were paid already on the past bridge expenses or on the completion of the first bridge. So that's why
Yes.
with everything that's been going on, I don't know if it's carrying on more debt and when is it like a debt schedule is to know like how much is owed and if it's being liquidated or not.
Yes, I can definitely present a report with the debt schedule. Yeah, the debt payment, it's always included in here as part of the expenses and it's covered. We just issue a total of about $65 million last year for the bridge expansion and for the FY 15 and 16, and those are pretty much due for the next 20 years. So I'll make sure I'll include that schedule here so that you can see it.
And it's already being you already have
It's
funds
accounted
allocated
for.
and like already have a budget already is going to be when it's completed or you start paying as of right now.
We start paying as of right now.
Ah,
Yes. So again, in the next report, I think I know what you want to see, and I can present like the schedule of the amortization schedule for the next 20 years, so what is owed for those projects.
Carla, any changes on the way you're handling this year's budget? You guys are going through the budget season, the budget workshops. Any changes that are being done versus previous years?
No, nothing really. We have our official budget workshop scheduled for August the 30th. Um, as a matter of fact, we met yesterday with Luis. Even though he's out sick, he's still working from home. So he made a Zoom call. So we discussed and everything, but nothing is different. Still projecting increases in revenues based on the trend. And Luis submitted his budget requests. The expenses, what the bridge needs, and everything. It's been taken into consideration, and it's going to be presented to the City Commission on August the 30th.
So there's still some time to, is that a final or is
No.
there?
No, at August the 30th is when it's presented to City Commission. Then the final adoption is expected to be by September 24th. So within that range, there
Modifications.
can still be changes. Mhm. Anything else?
Anything else? No. Thank you, Carla.
Thank you.
We'll continue with line item C, which is the engineer's report.
Yes, Chairman, board members, I have here Ruben Alfaro from the city engineer to give an update on the reports on the projects. Alfaro?
Good afternoon, Chairman and members of the board. Ruben Alfaro, City Engineer for the record. I'm going to give you an update on the active bridge projects. First of all, the second BSIF exit. As we can see, there has been, the recent activity is rough grading and backfill for the irrigation ditches. There's also been a concrete flume constructed for stormwater drainage and concrete riprap, as we can see on those ditches. On the next slide, we'll see the concrete flume that's gonna provide for drainage on that area. Next slide, please. And this is the construction of the riprap that's gonna happen around, or that's already happened around the canopy. On the bridge northbound lane expansion, work is still ongoing. There's sodding happening. The primary boot is gonna have the stucco application, and the primary boots are gonna be installed in that area. As we can see from the recent activity in the next slide, there was application of the waterproofing membrane and the installation of the sink control joints. So the time to date is at 99%, and we have placed 88% of the funds for this project. On the City Commission on August 1st, it was approved change order number 3 and change order number 3 and change order number 4. Change order number 3 was for a camera credit that CBP was going to provide the cameras, so we got a credit back for that. It was also for the canopy extension and the northbound lanes and the canopy lights. And then change order number 4 didn't apply to the northbound lane. As we can see on the next slide, the time to date for the second BSIF exit is 99%, and we have placed 76% of the funds. And on the City Commission of August 1st, we did include some concrete payment on change order number 3, and the generator for the second BSIF exit at change order number 4. And for these two projects, we have an anticipated completion date of September 1st, so we're pretty close to the finish line. For the next project, we have the DAP FY16. TxDOT provided us comments for the 95% submittal on June 1st, and the city resubmitted 100% plans on August 8, 2022. The next step, TxDOT will review the submittal and begin preparing for City of Pharr to let the project. And I think we're expecting letting on late December or January of next year. Next project, it's the International Bridge expansion. We're working on resubmitting 60% PS&E to TxDOT and to begin on the 95% submittal that is due on December 5th. The sub-consultant is working on the final geotechnical and terrestrial archaeological reports and is expected to be completed this September. As we can see from the updated schedule, 95% plans will be ready on December and 100% plans are gonna be ready on January 30th. On City Commission on August 1st, we approved amendment number 5. Previous amendments added additional scope to the contract for the designer, but this amendment adds the time that wasn't added on the previous amendments. And we have a upcoming date that we need to fill in for the BE recommendations to TxDOT on September 21st. All of this updated schedule doesn't affect our current critical path. As we know, the environmental clearance is the critical thing on this project. And that is all I have. I'm here to answer any questions you have.
Well, first of all, welcome to the team,
Thank you.
Mr. Alfaro,
Yes.
correct? It's the first time we see you here at the board, so
Yeah.
welcome. You have any questions?
The cameras, are we gonna have access to the cameras if they accredited them?
I doubt
I don't
it. Mira, ya la sonrisa, no. No, thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, Mr. Alfaro. Like Mr. Alfaro mentioned, yes, this project, the DAP 15, the 2 entries and the 2 exits will be finished hopefully by second week of September. So in the next 40 days, hopefully, we have these 2 new dedicated lanes as you get off on the bridge leading to the import lot, and the two new exits. Those 2 dedicated lanes will be especially dedicated for FAST certified companies. So now, hopefully now we can move those trucks faster through the import lot.
Would that activate the inspection station for TxDOT or not
Yeah,
yet?
we have, TxDOT is a little bit behind on TxDOT, by opening up the BSIF. We're having meetings with them every week, every 2 weeks. They're a little bit behind, but we'll give you an update in the executive session
Okay.
on the BSIF as well.
This would jump into line item D, which is the director's report.
Yes, Chairman, board members, for the record, again, Fred Bowen, Director of Operations. I have the Bridge Connect update, which is gonna be scheduled for August 23rd. This is gonna be just to discuss the numbers that we crossed in 2021. It's the new magazine. Hopefully you all can make it. Again, it's gonna be August 23rd. It's gonna be at 10 in the morning to 11:30. It's a Bridge Connect session. Also, we have save the date for October the 6th. As you know, we have the opening of the October the 6th, the start of the pro season. One of the recommendations that we have from our bridge director is we're gonna be asking all our board members and staff dignitaries to wear guayaberas. It's, if possible.
Sure.
And last, we have Cynthia Garza, Government Affairs, to give an update on the second span. This item will be an executive session, Chairman.
Okay.
Is there any update, Fred, on the weight of motion or no?
Weigh in motion.
Is it being used or not?
Can we discuss that in executive as well? I know that we met with, discussed this item before. We do have one of the items, one of the quotes that we got from, to replace the actual toll system we have. It includes some of the devices, the way in motion, but we can definitely discuss this furthermore as well.
Okay. Is that all right?
Yes.
Okay, we'll go to administrative, and we'll go to we need a motion for the approval of minutes for June 15, 2022.
Motion. Second.
A motion by Mr. Martinez, second by Mr. Hernandez. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, motion carries. And then we also need a motion and discussion and action, if any, on the renewal for Texas Border Coalition annual membership dues for 5,000.
Is this new, Chair?
No,
Do we go in executive session first, or you want to discuss the items?
however you want.
It's up to you.
Is that good enough?
We'll go over the numbers,
Okay.
Do you want to go over the numbers right now?
either or.
Or do you want to go into executive now?
He wants to executive now.
Executive.
Okay.
Go to second.
All right. In accordance with Chapter 551 of Texas Government Code, Section .071 to .087, the Pharr International Bridge Board hereby gives notice that it will now meet in a closed executive session to discuss the items listed in the public portion of the meeting agenda. The time now is 12:22. We're back from executive session. The time is 1:03 p.m. And we'll continue with line item B, which is discussion and action, if any, on the renewal of Texas Border Coalition annual membership dues for 5,000. We need a motion.
A motion?
Second. Motion by Mr. Martinez, second by Mr. Hernandez. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. You did get the minutes, right? Yeah, okay. We go to line item C, which is discussion and action, if any, on the Greater Pharr Chamber of Commerce membership for 1,200. We need a motion for that.
So moved.
A motion by Mr. Hernandez,
Second?
second by Mr. Martinez. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Discussion and action, if any, on San Antonio Mobility Coalition, SAMCO, membership for 1,500. We need a motion for that.
Motion?
A motion by Mr. Martinez,
Second.
second by Mr. Hernandez. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. We have line item D, discussion and action, if any, on RGB FC Toro's proposal for season suites. We need a motion.
Motion to disapprove. We're gonna wait for the budget season.
I'll second that.
We have a motion by Mr. Martinez, second by Mr. Hernandez. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Discussion and action, if any, on Index Reynosa Foundation charity golf fundraiser sponsorship for 10,000. We need a motion for that.
Motion?
A motion by Mr. Martinez,
Second.
second by Mr. Hernandez. All in favor, say aye.
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 All right. We have discussion and action, if any, on Index 47 National Convention sponsorship for 13,000. On this one, Fred, I know it's the same association. I know the golf course, the
Yes.
tournament was done here at the golf course
Yes,
in
Chairman.
Pharr last
The
time.
Golf course was done, it was, last year was here in Pharr. They would like to continue to do this, the event again in Pharr. And
And what is the difference between one and the other, Fred?
the C is the locally here in Reynosa and Pharr, and G would be a national, it's a national index in Reynosa. This is the 47th annual event. We have never participated in this event. This is the very first time that we've been invited. They allow us, first they allow us 15 minutes to present our projects, and now they're saying they're giving us 30 minutes to present all of that 15, that 16 projects in our second span. And also they're giving us on those 2 days to view the video of the project every 30 minutes on those 2 days on the event there at in Mexico City.
Okay. So it falls within the standards that you want for every event?
Yes, sir.
Participation, discussion, and that. All right, so we need a motion for that.
A motion.
A motion by Mr. Martinez,
Second it.
second by Mr. Campero. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. And we just need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
One by Mr.
Second.
Hernandez, second by Mr. Martinez. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Thank you.